Ethereum transactions are open. Anyone can see any Ethereum transaction, no matter how old that transaction is. There are more block explorer services or websites where we can search and see details about Ethereum transactions. The most known and used block explorers are etherscan.io and etherchain.org. The information is the same no matter what block explorer we use. I want to show you now some details about blocks and transactions as they are displayed on etherscan.io. First of all, you must know that Ring-B test network has another address. If we want to access the Ring-B block explorer, the address is ringb.etherscan.io, and the block explorer for the main Ethereum network is etherscan.io. Here are the last blocks that have been mined. For example, this is the last block mined 36 seconds ago. This block has been mined by this miner. I click on his name, BW. This is the miner address and he has a very high Ether balance. Other information displayed by this block explorer. In this block there are 14 transactions. The block reward was 3.01307 Ether. 3 Ether is block reward. This is a reward for the miner. And this small value, so 0.01307, is the cumulative transactions fee, so the gas from all transactions inside this block. And now if I click on the block number, I can see other information. Height means block number, timestamp represents the date and time, when has it been mined, how many transactions are in this block. This block contains 14 transactions. If I click here, I see all transactions from this block. Okay, this is the transaction hash or transaction ID. This is the address that sent the transaction. The recipient address, this could be an externally owned account or a contract address. The Ether value sent with this transaction. And here is the transaction fee. Here we have no Ether value because this transaction was sent to a contract. Okay, here is a contract creation, for example. Yeah, this account created a contract. Back to block statistics, we can see here the parent hash. This is the hash of the previous block. We can see the hash of Ethereum uncles. An uncle block is a block that has been solved, so a valid block, but that block will not be included in the final chain. We see here the block difficulty, how big this block is, how much gas this block used. It used only 7.95% of the maximum gas. This is the gas limit. So the cumulative transactions gas should be less than this value. This is how Ethereum defines the maximum block size. This is the nonce. A block nonce is the puzzle that the miner has resolved. So the miner found this value and this value solved the proof of work puzzle. And this is the block reward. We can search for any Ethereum block or transaction that has ever been mined. This is the first Ethereum block. The block has been mined on July 30, 2015. The block contains 8,893 transactions. And then we have information about the block. There is no parent hash because this is the first block and it doesn't have a parent. The block reward was 5 ethers. If we want to see the second block, I write 1, I press escape because I don't want to see information about those contracts or other things that it recommends. This is the second Ethereum block, the block number 1, because it starts from 0. Of course, we can search for any transaction or any address because everything is public. For example, if I take this address, this is a random address and I copy paste the address here. I can see all transactions sent or received by this address. So there are many transactions. I don't know, maybe this is a miner address or an ICO address or something like that. We can also search for any transaction hash and see information about that transaction. For example, this transaction called a function from a contract. So transaction has been sent to a contract address and invoked or called the transfer function. This is for sure a token transfer. Yeah, okay, it's here. An ERC20 token transfer. As a conclusion, we can say that the Ethereum blockchain is public and any transaction that has ever taken place can be seen by anyone interested. We can see any Ethereum transaction using an Ethereum block explorer like etherscan.io. That's all for the moment about block explorers.